Hello everyone, hope you guys had a good holiday break, or if you're still on it, hope you're enjoying that. Yeah, so let's get into it. It's been a while, this is where I last left off, big winter scene. And then, obviously I'm really into birds right now, so I've got a bunch of birds here. I could not tell you what birds they are. This is probably some kind of shorebird. But yeah, just hung out with some friends, drew a bunch of birds, drew this elf lady. This is all done with just ink, colored pencil in the background. So yeah, there's that. Here I have just a weird little page where me and my partner are going to a furry convention soon, so that's exciting. We are not furries, but we enjoy the art and stuff and like the community it comes with. So we were talking about maybe drawing personas for ourselves or something. So yeah, I just have a bunch of little fuzzy guys, and I really want to try out some new ink. I really like this rat a lot. And we both want to go as like rat people, so that'll be fun when we get to it. So yeah, just this little bunny gal smoking a cigarette against a wall. Oh my gosh, fingers, please. Okay. I just want to do some figure studies this day. This was just with like a brush pen. I just have a man like walking forward, which it shouldn't have turned out like this. They all should have probably been the same size, but whatever. So this is my first one, and I just kept going. And then I wrote notes to myself like, remember the arm length, because they were kind of like short in the beginning, so not like long enough. And I was like, think of the head size, because they all started kind of small and not proportionate. Consistent size of object slash figure, so just keeping them all the same size, but at one point I was like, whatever, they're all just gonna grow as they go to the left. And then the date. There's that. I should really be doing more figure studies, and I like it. This was fun and quick. And I don't usually draw men, so I should probably do that more too. Boop. Oh man, I don't know if you can really see that on the camera. Kinda. So this was just like learning about muscles and stuff. So this is a muscle lady. And I got some like goofy little bunnies over here. One that kind of resembles a Snorlax. Yeah. And that was with like a swirly pencil. Okay, so here was my first rough draft of like my rat Sona. Which I realized I forgot to give her hair, so I'll have to draw her again. But this is like an outfit that I wear usually, and I was gonna color it, but again, she needs to be redrawn. I do like how she turned out though, she's super cute. There was a point in time where I was just drawing a bunch of rat people, and I really like that. I started playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, like the one that's on the Game Boy Advance, because me and my partner have Game Boy Micros. So I was playing Tactics for a little bit, and I just really liked the animal dudes in that. So I was drawing like the sprites that were there. And this is the pink pen that I really like. So there's that. Do you have a fursona? Let me know. Okay, this is... I was just having a really bad day, so I had my brush pen and I just wrote okay with like a crying lady. A bunch of petals and stuff. I do like how this turned out though. So yeah, I enjoy this. Wasn't too worried about how it looked that day. I was like, whatever, we're drawing. Oh yeah, this is the next page. Okay. These are some just like statuettes and figures that I saw. I didn't like the figure that was under this, so I put a sticker over it and then just like drew an owl. I can't even really remember what was under it. I think it was some kind of weird dog. Yeah, just some quick sketches. I like this dude. Seems cool. Seems on a mission. I'm sure a lot of people have seen Tanukis before. Alright, this was just me mapping out my tombos and kind of like, I don't know, just seeing how colors work together with them. Making little goofy designs. Got some ladies, got some poses. Some things worked, some things didn't. So I would like do a really quick sketch of the figure and then do a more like detailed sketch of the figure. Foreshortening on legs is really killing me right now, so that's why the leg looks all weird and lumpy and squiggly. So I'd like to practice more of that. That was on the 16th. You may not like it, but I really enjoy this spread. I don't know what to tell you about it. I just thought of this image one day and I was like, I need to put that on paper. So here it is. And I like that it's just kind of weird and abstract. You can fight me on that. Just kidding, please don't. I am wimpy. Boop. So this started off with me just drawing this one cookie on this page, and I was like, a delicious mom cookie with an arrow, because I was at my mom's that day, and she kept yelling at me for eating all the cookies, but joke's on her, because Christmas came and went, and now she's like, oh my god, you have to help me with all these cookies. And it's like, how the mighty have fallen. Just kidding. She's cool. This is not my mom, by the way. This is just some lady that I thought looked cool, and she was smoking a cigarette. So yeah, again, using that green ink that's new to me, which I found out I'm not supposed to put in my pen, so I actually need to empty that pen of this ink, because the ink can potentially destroy that pen, and that would bum me out, because it's one of my favorites. So yeah, there's that lady. I just wanted to do some, like, hatching and stuff, and I really like how her hand turned out, even though it's weird. So yeah, there is that. You know I'm about the birds, so I got some birds here. And that's with the Tombos. I do kind of wish I hadn't done the gray marker, but whatever. Not a big deal. And I would like to do this on, like, a large piece. I don't know. Like, if that makes sense. I have a huge tarp/canvas from a sale sign from a grocery store, and I want to, like, gesso it, and then do a bunch of abstract birds with, like, these kind of oil pastel paint sticks that I got. So we'll see if that ever actually happens, but I think that could be really cool. Okay, this one, we're at a sexy page, guys. We were watching a bunch of Stuart Gordon films at one point, and one of his movies is called From Beyond, and it is so good. It is just really, like, I don't know, old and gritty and a little sexy. It's, I don't know, don't watch it with your parents, is all I'm saying. You can Google what it's about, I suppose, but basically the plot is, like, this crazy doctor guy is just, like, really into sexual pleasure and, like, creates this machine to open your mind, basically, and God, it's really weird to describe. There's, like, some kind of weird gland or whatever that they enlarge in your brain, and it makes you, like, know the thoughts of others, basically. So then at one point there's a line where he's like, the greatest sexual pleasure there is to know the desires of another. And he's just, like, this really creepy guy, and he turns into, like, a weird, very phallic-looking monster at one point. But there's other cool monsters in there, too, like these weird floaty eel guys and, like, whatever the heck that is. So yeah, pretty cool. And there's so many good stills from the movie, dude. Like, I love this one so much, because they have this pink glow in a bunch of scenes, and it's just phenomenal. I also really like how this one turned out. I don't know why my camera's being all fuzzy and wonky, but you get the idea. So yeah, there's that. I also just really liked being able to use the colors for this. I really liked doing this. I've been into, like, making comic formats lately, so I just watched Bridgerton Season 3, and I would kind of like to do some, like, stills from Bridgerton, all the seasons, really, in this kind of style. Because this was just ink and watercolors, and I like it. Okay. Again, thinking about the furry convention that we're going to, I just drew, like, I don't know, a little guy deep in thought, just in a flower field. And this I just, like, noodled out really quickly, and I like it. Just a little scraggly little guy. And I like the vastness of the space. So there's that. And then we're ending here. This just has a bunch of stuff on it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I started with the pen, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then today I was, like, using a new watercolor set that I got, and I really like it. I got it for Christmas, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. So there's just some, like, really quick bugs. And then I had some time to kill, so I also did pencil. So there's some pencil bugs mixed in as well. I don't know why this side's so blurry. If I come over here, can you see it? It's not a bee, I promise you. It's like some kind of fuzzy Mothman. So yeah, there's that. And like, I had a big gap in time. So 21st to today, the 29th, I hadn't drawn for 8 days, so that was a bit of a bummer. But, oh my gosh, life was just hectic, you know? So yeah, that is all that jazz. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are drawing and being awesome and such. And thanks again for swinging by. Hope you all have a good day.